Hi, I'm Caleb Thompson and welcome to the Caribbean Diaspora Weekly, a place for news, features and opinions affecting the Jamaican and Caribbean diasporas at large. First, in this week's news roundup, Trinidadians held in overthrow plot, prosecutors in Vibes cartel case receive death threats, Chinese firm hired for Goat Islands project. In the expose, a look at Bill 305 and how this Miami-based union is putting locals back to work.
What we do actually is that we make certain that here in Dade County, that jobs that are created utilizing taxpayer dollars are those jobs that will be given to residents here in Miami-Dade County.
And in the diaspora perspective, an opinion piece on donmanship and the culture of criminality in Jamaica. A valid question is the breadth of social disparity in Jamaica the fault of the rich and privileged for keeping people uneducated in a country where the minimum wage makes unskilled labor possibly literally cheaper than dirt? Let's get started with the weekly news roundup.
Hi, and welcome to the weekly news roundup from Jamaicans.com and Caribcast.tv, covering March 28th to April 3rd, 2014. Before we get started, we'd like to share with our viewers that the weekly news roundup, as part of a new program called the Caribbean Diaspora Weekly, will begin broadcasting throughout the Caribbean and diaspora on One Caribbean Television and Caribvision. Television broadcast starts on April 28th. You can find out more at the CaribbeanDiaspora.tv. Off the top in diaspora news, from New York, Malik Yoba, an actor and activist, will be among those attending the 2014 Caribbean Week in New York in June. Yoba is participating in the event to express support for the Invest Caribbean Now Summit, which seeks to promote sustainable development and investment to create stronger economies in the Caribbean region. Yoba played the role of a Jamaican bobsledder and wrote the theme song for the film Cool Runnings. From the UK, hundreds of Jamaicans will now remain in United Kingdom prisons as the government of Jamaica has refused to take these individuals back to their home country. The cost to the UK of housing these prisoners is $27 million per year. The UK Ministry of Justice had tried to convince Jamaica's government to allow as many as 737 prisoners to be returned to Jamaica to serve out their sentences. Jamaicans are the third largest group of foreign nationals in UK jails. From Los Angeles, Sona's studio in Los Angeles, California, announced a new exhibit that will focus on the sound system feature of Jamaica's music culture. The Hometown Hi-Fi exhibit is designed to celebrate the ways in which Jamaica changed listening forever. The exhibit explores the dub movement going back to the 1950s, when engineers found a new method of enjoying music. From Toronto, 3 Canadian Jamaican billionaires paid $40,000 for to Sanchin's performance of 3 songs at a fundraiser in Toronto, Canada. Chin, winner of The Voice, during its 5th season, was being honored at a banquet to raise money for the University of the West Indies when Michael Lee Chin and Raymond Chang got into a bidding war for Chin to sing 3 songs. The bidding started at $1,000, but Lee Chin boosted the price by bidding $10,000 for a single song performance by Tassan. In Caribbean news, 5 nationals from Trinidad and Tobago were charged with allegedly planning to overthrow the government of Venezuela and its president, Nicolas Maduro. According to Rear Admiral Richard Kelschel, the head of a delegation from Trinidad to Caracas, the 5 individuals include 3 Muslim leaders. Authorities are attempting to extricate the imams from the situation, but the matter is sensitive and requires great care. According to Perry Christie, the Prime Minister of the Bahamas, the banking regulations of nations in the Caribbean are stronger than those in the countries that criticize them. Speaking to an audience at the opening of the 3rd Caribbean Conference of the International Financial Services Sector, Christie said he rejected the idea that there is something intrinsically sinister about accumulating wealth in offshore jurisdictions. In Jamaican news, The Jamaican government has hired a subsidiary of a top Chinese construction firm to build the transshipment hub. According to Jamaica's information service, China Harbour Engineering Company Limited will build the hub in the area of Portland Bight. Environmentalists are opposed to the proposed construction site as it is near the Portland Bight protected area. The firm is a unit of China Communications Construction Company Limited. Chakamau Mahako, a Jamaican student, has been accepted by 11 universities in the United States, and 9 of them have offered her scholarships. Mahako has not decided which university she will attend. The 17-year-old has been homeschooled before attending Immaculate Conception High School and Hillel Academy. The U.S. institutions offering scholarships include Duke, Princeton, Yale, and Stanford. In entertainment, Paula Llewellyn, Director of Public Prosecutions, confirmed that she and other members of her team received death threats after Vybz Kartel was found guilty of murdering Clive Lizard Williams. Llewellyn said that the team had received threats during the trial, but they had to ignore them in order to do their job. Security was enhanced for prosecutors as a result. And in sports, Jamaica's champion sprinter Usain Bolt will not be able to race until the middle of June at the meet in the Czech Republic due to an injury sustained to his foot. He will participate at Ostrava in June, Paris in July, and Malmo in August, says Ricky Sims, Bolt's agent. In business, Jamaica's Ministry of Education has stated that universities must find innovative ways to obtain funding for their operation. They must become more self-sufficient as greater focus is placed on early childhood education. The University of the West Indies, Mona, asked the government to pay more than $5.4 billion it believes it is owed due to a failure of the government to honor a commitment to pay 80% of tuition costs for Jamaican students there.
When we come back, a look at how Bill 305 is putting Miami-Dade residents back to work.